Okay, actually, before we are starting this one, for better understanding, you should have to refer my previous video about red type so that you can understand basic usage of the red types in Primavera to create different types of budgeting. So now let me have the actual cumulative values of the project graph. So we can go to the activity usage profile, and when we click that one, we can have this graph right side bottom of the window. And when we click this one, we can see the activity usage profile option. We can click that one, and we can see here the activity usage profile options. So currently I am on the cost section of software, and as you can see it from here, I have the baseline project values and the cumulative, and I have also the budgeted cost of the project. Having these values, we can look into further on the graph. In the graph, this kind of graphs is graphs for actual values, the cumulative values of the project. But when we see it at the red type, it is only for the internal budgeting of this project that I have this resource graph. So I need to have this graph and the revenue graph to plot together with. So we don't have here option for that because it's limited only for one budgeted cost that we can see here the project. So to have two budgeted cost values together, I can export the data, the report of this graph, so that I can plot with Excel or other programming language using, for example, Python programming. So what I am doing here is first I need a report on this graph. So if we have, for example, you can see from here that the each days of the budgeted cost has some values of histogram chart here, the yellow. So that cumulative part will give us each day's cumulative that volume will give us the cumulative value for this project cost or the budgeted cumulative cost of the project. So finally we can see it here. We have 2,895,278 cost of a project for the budgeted expense of the cost part. So to have both budgeted costs for the revenue and for the expenditure for my project, I can export the data using the report method. So let's go forward to have the reports. On the tools menu, we can go with the report wizard option. So on the new report, we can click next. Then on the activity section, together with the time distributed data, we can go forward. Then on the column section, let me have the WBase values from the general section, and I will move that one. And I have the activity ID, and I have the activity name. Yeah, then I will apply this change, and I will click OK. This is enough for us to have the budgeted accrual costs of the project. Then on the group section, I'm going with the WBase label. So I will apply this to this report. Then I will go forward. Then on the filter section, we don't need any filter here. Then apply, then okay. Then on the next section, on the timescale section, I need the project start and date interval of the project. But here I need the reports to be on the daily basis, because if we have the accrual values of the daily basis, we can have the actual graph that resembles exactly as this graph to a graph of the budgeted expense of the project. So I will go to the daily basis. Then I have the time scale finish as a project finish. Then I will click OK. Then on that, I just want to have the cumulative values of the accrual cost of the project. So I should have to have the cumulative budgeted cost of the project, cumulative budgeted total cost of the project. So I will move that one to the tabulator section. Then I will click OK. Then next I give a name for this one, cumulative expense budget cost cumulative. Then next we can have the report and we can see our report preview. So let me minimize the page setup here. Maybe we need to have it to put 70. Let's apply that one. Okay. I think it's very as you have seen here, we have daily sort of values summarized on the each WBS level, so that we can have the total summary for the whole project. So I can go the last page of the report, so that in this section we have the cumulative budget total summary on the daily basis of the cumulative values. You can move to the right side to look for each day values, so that at the end on the period total we have 2,895,000 project expense, and we have the accrual values of each day. So having this report, we can we can export this file to Excel file, so that we can use this data for plotting purpose. So I will close this one, and I will go back report wizard section. Then I can run the report again, and we can save the file to different files. So you can export the file using the HTML file or text file, so that or CSV file. So I will choose the ASCII text file as field delimiter values is comma and text qualifier values is double apostrophe. Then I give the file name for this project, this report. Click here. Then I will write CSV. So save. So I will click OK. Then finally I will have the report as this on the Excel. So here we have the subtotal for each accrual cumulative values of the budgeted expense. So I don't need the values in between to my project. So maybe I can delete that one, so I can see the values clearly. So I just delete the values, so that I can have only the cumulative values of this. This is a expense cost of a cumulative values. And the same way you can bring the revenues of this project, so that we can put two values of the expense and the revenue together on the Excel spreadsheet. you can prepare your data as this simplest as this one, the daily values, so that we can have the budgeted expense and budgeted revenue of a cost. I've given the header for these values. So now let's copy this data. Let me copy this data, then copy. Then let's go to the another sheet. Then here let me choose paste special. Let me transpose the data so that I can have in columns. So now we have the date values, we have the budgeted cost of the expense and the budgeted cost of revenue in relative to their date values. So now let me save the data as a text file. So save as Excel workbook. So I will choose text from here, ms.text, then save. Using these files, you can do Excel graph using this the date value and the budgeted cost of the revenue and the budget cost of expenditure for your purpose, as so that you can see the dates and the budgeted cost of your project expense with revenue characteristics. So this is created using Excel graph using these 3 rows of data. And next we are going to look on the how we gonna create using Python script using text data as input, so that we can review our expense and budget cost of the project together.